Thursday, May the 8th. I'm cutting up some veggies for a salad and decided to come chit chat with you guys. I wanted to do a live yesterday, but then I already had an uploaded video scheduled, so I decided to wait, not do two things on the same day, right? So when it comes to the carrots, I don't like those little baby carrots. So I use real carrots, and then the bigger parts I slice like that, diagonally. And then I'll do some sticks, but not really matchsticks because I'm not going to cut that small. I do have a lot of different mandolins and vegetable slicers, but I never use them because the cleanup is horrid, okay? Hi, B, thanks for coming in. I thought I saw Diana. Hi, B, thanks for coming in. Hi, Christine. I know you meant to say darling Brenda. You don't have to go type it. And thank you for always understanding what the hell I text you. Because what I said just now, that the people that are Catholic, they already know what the Catholic doctrines are. So if the Pope is more conservative with the doctrines, oh well, oh hell, that's what they're going to have to cope with unless they want to leave the religion. But they said he's more progressive and centrist as far as social issues go. So let's see, right? Let's see. I didn't want him to pick that Robert Serra, that black guy, because he's like Clarence Thomas, I heard. I didn't want him to pick the one from Hungary. And I didn't want him to pick the Cardinal Dolan that's been auditioning publicly for the job. So I'm like, okay, let's give this guy a chance. Leo the 14th. Did I say 14th? What did I see? X1 XIV? Yeah, that's 14. Leo the 14th. You mean like in a Creole? Yeah, so how is everybody doing? I'm having a day. It's not a bad day, but it's a day. It'll get better. I just have to breathe, eat something. So Joe has some leftover beef stew that he made. I ate very little of it yesterday. I taped a whole video yesterday and I didn't post it live. Well, not live. I didn't upload it because I just decided to do something different. Sometimes I'll tape a whole video and say, you know what, this is boring. Or I'm complaining too much. Whatever. And then I'll just like throw it in the trash. But guess what I do now? Child, I send it to the AI. I feed it to the AI so that I can start making money selling footage to these AI companies. It's another stream of income. It's going to be a slow income because they said the payout, the whole process happens for 8 to 12 weeks. 10 to 12 weeks. 10 to 12 weeks. The whole process goes before you get your money. From the time you upload to the time they sell it, to the time the people pay them, to the time they pay you. It's 12 weeks, 10 to 12 weeks. So call it 12 weeks, right? He's from Chicago, and he's also Peruvian. No wonder he's dark-skinned. I saw that he was, because Joe says, is he white or black? And I say, he look brown. He look brown. Well, Chicago is a blue state, so let's hope that he's progressive. You know what I mean? I'm not Catholic, by the way, but you guys know I went to Catholic school for high school. And I really, I'm proud that I went to that school. Grateful that I had the opportunity to go, thanks to my mama, who had to get a job so she can pay $21 a month for my tuition, and then uniform, and then books, and then food. And she done did it. She done did it, okay? And I went 3 years, well, not the full 3 years, because we left in the third year and then came to America. And then I didn't go to any school for a few months. Then I went to high school in Florida, and in Belize, I was in equivalent of 11th grade because that's the third year. And they put me in 10th grade when I landed in Florida, and they said, well, we don't know, you know, what your knowledge is and yada, yada. And within a week, they promoted me to 11th grade. And then they're like, we don't think you belong in 11th grade either. We think you belong in 12th grade. And then as much as I was upset that they put me in 10th grade, which I had already completed, I was more upset for them to put me in 12th grade because what if I didn't know? What if I didn't know the work? What if I couldn't learn it? What if it was too above my my learning. And they're like, we're going to test you. And then we're going to put you in 12th grade and we're going to monitor you. And they did. And I stayed in 12th grade for a few months in Florida. And then we moved to San Antonio, Texas, because, you know, it was hard living in Florida. And then I went into 12th grade there because I went from 12th grade in Florida. And I stayed there. We stayed there 1 month. I realized we could live there. And then we came to California. When I got here, it was March of 1982. And the school was getting ready to be out in May. And they're like, we're going to put you in 12th grade, but you're not going to graduate with these graduees. Is that the word? Because we don't know what you know. So I said, I'm okay with that. And I remember the principal told me, you can go to Mrs. Whitaker. I always remember that lady name. Whitaker's class to watch old movies. Or you can go to the career advisor's office to help them with whatever they need in the office. For pretty much, I think certain classes in the last 2 months that I was there. My brother picked the teacher that had the old black and white movies. I don't like to watch nothing in black and white, so that's not for me. We didn't even have TV in Belize. We only had TV in Florida, but I knew I didn't like black and white. So, who are these assholes that always come in here? Huh? G-Ocean. G-Ocean, go away. Brenda, you have my permission to whop him in his face with a wrench. We don't have time to, you know I've been in a mood all day. We don't have time to deal with these idiots today. So then, school, the people graduated in 1983. And I didn't graduate, right? Because I came here too late. I was okay with that. I wasn't upset. I was barely 16. Was I? No, I was barely 16. Because I got to 12, I got to 9th grade pretty fast. So I was barely 16 when I got here. And so then I did 12th grade here. At a rough school. Because of the, you know, the people from the neighborhood that had to go to that school. But it was a school that granted me a lot. I found out back in those days, if you're smart in school and you take advantage of what's being offered, you can really succeed, you know? Thank you, B. Any other idiots come in, get rid of them. I don't have time for them today. We're talking about this Pope that got in. Here, come on. Close the border. Close the border. Okay, go away. Go kiss from... Let me shut up. Let me shut up because I have to make a short out of this. I gotta make a short. Look at this pretty thing. I got this from Costco years ago. It comes with this big one. Christine, how's it going? The small one and the serving thingy. But these are breakable. If you drop them, they'll break. Put it under the camera right here. Let me see if I have stuff that needs to go in the fridge. I just got back from the grocery store. I'm going to do my Mother's Day dinner on Saturday. I'm not celebrating Mexico's Mother's Day. I'm just celebrating Mother's Day early. Because I'm going to have some guests. Okay? I got to put these on the fridge. We're going to do mac and cheese. What else did I need? I think I already put away the cream cheese. And then, of course, Joshua wants his chocolate cake. You're good? After the loss of my 6-year-old Alaskan Malamute, days were getting better. Who was the person that said they were going to put down their dog? It's not you, right, Lucy? I'm so sorry. So sorry for the loss of your dog. No, they didn't say they were going to put the dog down. They were going to retire the dog. So sorry. My heart goes out to you. Because we know that pain all too well. We had to put down Winnie last year. The 6th would have been her birthday. And we've lost dogs along the way. Like, you know, one was hit by a car. You know, stuff like that. So we feel your pain. And I pray that you heal every day. Cry. Cry, girl. Jada cried every day for a month. And when we got Evie has not replaced Wednesday, but she definitely has been bringing us some joy, you know? She was, what the hell? She was poisoned? Where do you live? Where do you live? Because in Belize is the only place I know where they poison dog. Who? They poison the dog in your yard? Oh my God! Can you tell us a little bit more if it's gonna help? If it's gonna hurt, don't tell us nothing. Just keep healing. Thank you, B. Oh, Christine. Thank you, Christine. Just get rid of these fools. We don't got time for these fools today. Let me see if I could push you back a little bit so you can at least see more or less what I'm doing. Yay, that's better. She died 2 weeks ago. Oh my God. She said they poisoned the dog. Only in Belize I ever heard about anybody poisoning any dog. What the hell? I use the point of the knife, guys. Actually, I have a little knife that I do this with better. Hold on. Because these knives can't cut. Oh, let me get the carrots out of the way. Everybody in here likes carrots. So every time I cut up carrots like this, they come and grab a bunch and leave. I'm like, who's going to help me cut up the carrots? Drop on the ground. In a remote area and they still kill the dog? That is so hateful. Who could do that to a dog? I don't even like cats and I couldn't do that to a cat. You know what I mean? Cats are just not my thing. I don't hate them, but they're not I'm afraid of them. To be honest, I'm afraid of them. So, rinse this one. I don't put a whole lot in my salad because there's not a whole lot that I can eat. So let me give you guys an update as to what happened when I went to the dentist yesterday, because I don't really even want to make a video about that right now. I was so upset. So I went back there very optimistic that they're going to do what needs to be done for the insurance to go ahead and approve the job, right? Because Medi-Cal is an insurance. You know, it's for people of a particular income, but it is an insurance. And they do the same things insurance companies do. They approve and disapprove things. So when I found out that it wasn't like medical's fault per se, I did exactly what they said I was supposed to do. And the dental officers come back in and do some more x-rays and pictures and stuff. And as I was leaving, the lady who did the x-rays, she was real cool. She always takes great care of us when we go there. She said, you have to see the doctor. And at first she was telling me bye. And I don't know if at that point she remembered that I have to see the doctor, or if she got like a sign from somebody in the office or whatever saying, no, you got to see the doctor. Fontana PD unit crashes into what? Okay. So I waited in the room. It didn't take too long to come in. He came with an assistant, like a dental assistant or a hygienist or whatever. I never know what they are when they come in with him. And she set up the iPad to show the pictures, not the x-ray, but the pictures of what the tooth looks like. So the tooth is a molar, it has a filling, and it has a little hairline crack that you can barely see. But obviously it's there because it's causing me problem, right? So he came in and he showed me again, and I said, yeah, you showed me the last time. I'm aware that it's there. That's why we're trying to get approval. And I didn't say it rude, right? I always watch my tone, especially with people that have to have their hand in your mouth to do shit to your mouth. You got to watch your tone. New neighbors moved in below us and poisoned rodents from their cottage. Unfortunately, my dog ate the poisoned animal. Oh my God, that's even worse. I'm so sorry, Lucy. I'm so sorry. So they didn't do it on purpose. At least that's I mean, the dog's still gone though, you know. Poor thing. My God, today. So I'm not cooking anything today, Kevin. I'm just cutting up a salad because we have leftover stewed beef and leftover rice. So that's all we're doing. We don't make a big to-do over food too much. Saturday, we're going to eat good, though. We're going to do a barbecue. We're going to have ribs, chicken, hot links, Jada's spicy, cheesy mac and cheese, the baked beans made from scratch, and a couple of desserts. That's what we're going to have on Saturday. I know, Lucy. That's sad though. So, anyways, he came in and the vibe that I got from him was that he wanted me to start that job yesterday by hook or by crook. And I said, but I don't have approval and I can't afford to pay for this. It's not even that they let you make payments. They want you to apply for care credit if you can't pay $500 down towards the $1,000 job. And I said, even if I apply for care credit, I need time set up for me to start paying them back because I'm paying for that water heater. And the last payment is due July 1st. And so that's what I'm looking at. I don't know why they act like people don't live on a budget. Do they think that I can just randomly come up with money from somewhere? Do they feel like everybody has a credit card that they can use? I didn't understand it. He treated me like if I was refusing care. That he's telling me how important it is to do it swiftly. And I want to save that tooth. At first, he just wanted to pull it though. Till I stood firm and I said, no way in hell you're going to pull my tooth. Right? And then he just acted and I said, you're acting like I'm refusing care. Because I'm to the point now where if I feel something, I'm going to tell you right away what I feel. I do that to you guys here. I feel like that's what you're doing. I feel like you're throwing shade at me. I'm going to check you right away. And so I said, I don't know why we're even having this conversation because I'm not walking away from treatment. I'm telling you, I have to try to get it approved. And if it doesn't get approved, there's nothing that I can do before July. And I say July because remember that money I made from the AI? That's supposed to come in July. Then I can pay for the whole thing. So, he walked out of the room kind of angry. Oh, okay. She adopted another puppy. Hi, Dee. I walked out of the room. Joe could see that I was angry and he goes, what happened now? And I said, I'll tell you when we get to the car. Because after he left, the assistant started to talk to me like if I was 4 or dumb. Because most 4-year-olds are smart, right? And she says, I want to explain what he was trying to say to you. And I said, before you go any further, I speak, write, and understand English very well. And he was speaking perfect English, even though he's some type of Latin, right? I said, I understood what he's saying. He's saying that I need to move swiftly with the care. And I'm saying I don't have the money. If you're going to put me in the next chair next door and start without money, I'm game. I already brushed my teeth. I come here clean. I'm not hungry. I'm ready to go. If you're going to start it without money. But if you need money to start, I'm saying I don't have that. What the hell? They don't think we just pay taxes? So I feel that because of all these deportations, a lot of these businesses are taking a hit, including the dentists, because a lot of immigrants pick it to the dentist. Did I put the wrong thing in there? Right? And now they're like trying to get money from anywhere they can. I'm actually even like worried. After Medi-Cal approves this procedure, I'm slightly worried about him doing the procedure. Because what if he's holding a grudge? He gets in there and he F's it up. Or he gets in there and he says, I gotta pull the tooth. Why do they want to pull the tooth even though that's less money for them? Because it's more money in the long run because they would put an implant, which I can't afford. If I can't afford a damn root canal, how can I afford an implant? So I was very upset yesterday. My shoulders were tight. My stomach hurt. And I woke up today just... I know I clenched all night. Because you can't stop yourself from clenching while you're sleeping, right? Thank you, Christine. Deal with the asshole people. When you come live in the daytime, you get a bunch of crazies. 20 people in the chat. If you want to donate to the show, I have a Cash App. $Bare, B-A-R-E, Pantry Show. Any amount that you want to donate. I think you have to start with $1 though for Cash App. Any amount that you want to donate is amazing. I don't ask for super chat, super sticker, and super thanks. Although if you give me that, I'll thank you. Because I don't get it till 21 days after the month ends. So if you gave me a super chat right now on May the 8th, I wouldn't see it till June 21st. What's worse is if you give me a super chat June 1st, I don't see it till July 21st. And YouTube will take 30%. 30%. They would prefer for you to give me that. Super chat, they want me to set up a goal when I was going live to go set up a super chat goal. Why? Because they'll take 30% of your hard-earned money. If I can get past these expenses this year for my birthday, I want to go to Santa Barbara. I wanted to go last year, remember? And I want to go to, what's the place called? It's got dusty back there. Solvang, which is a little Dutch town that's near Santa Barbara. I feel like it'll make good content. Sorry guys, that was loud. I love this thing. Easy to clean also. That's all we have. If I had cucumbers, I would put that. Carrots, red, yellow, orange peppers, lettuce, spinach, tomatoes. And if I had cucumbers, I would put that. And that's pretty much all I put in my salad. Okay? Take the air out. I can't find the hardware to finish the bag that I'm making. When I went to Walmart, they didn't have nothing on the shelves. I'm like, the stuff has started. It has started. I think. I think these little drawers are so darn small. This stuff right here used to be 30 cents a tin. It's now 89 cents a tin. And then this one is 59 cents a tin. This one is El Pato. It's a brand, but it's hot and spicy. Hot tomato sauce. Salsa de chile fresco. I like this one to put it in my sweet and sour sauce because the spice is just enough to knock off that sweet. I put it in my tamales, my Belize and tamales. This is just for any old other thing that we need to make a sauce for. I got this milk to make a dessert on Saturday or for Saturday. And this one because you can only use this brand to make certain desserts. Like if you want to make the boiled milk frosting, you need that brand. All right? Can you hear me? Give me a 1 if you can hear me because I had a call coming. So the thing already stopped spinning. Spinning. Thank you, Dee. Thank you, Dee, for the 1. I had a call come in. Woohoo! Oh, the tomatoes. The tomatoes. What up there? It's not even open yet. Thanks, Christine. Thanks for the 1. You go wash these. Yeah! Kai. Let me get my thumbnail picture. That's gonna be my thumbnail. Let me get a serious face. Oh, that looks pissed off. I can't do the pouty thing. It's just easier for me to say. Let me make sure my fingers don't look fat and stubby. We have to look at all of that, you know. Because if we don't, somebody gonna tell us. Somebody's gonna tell us. Yay. It looks beautiful and delicious, and it doesn't have a whole lot of stuff, right? Thank you, Lucy. So I bought this to do the mac and cheese because Jada prefers to use these ringlet ones because she says, she learned it on TikTok, I think, the cheese sauce clings to all the nooks and cranny, while if you have the elbows, it's just that little elbow. So that's what I got to do that with. And then this is the beans. Somebody was asking, I think my godmother was asking, hi Gotti, if you see this one. She was asking me, what beans do you use to make the baked beans? And I use this Great Northern. They're little white beans. Okay? That's what we use. I think there's another one that people use, but they don't have that in the stores here. So that's what's going on. So, yeah, Saturday I'm going to have my Mother's Day festivities. I don't mind cooking for Mother's Day. I've never been that mother where it's Mother's Day and I want to go to the spa and run away from my kids. And oh my God, it's me, 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 me. What made you a mother? Your kids, right? So I like to hang with my kids for Mother's Day. So they're all going to be here. And then I'm going to have a couple more guests come up. So Joe says, barbecue. I really wish we could set up some of the tables outside, but it's going to be hotter than a hoochie hoochie. I think on Saturday it's planning to be in the 90s. Oh, so that means I'm going to have to make some snow cone syrup. I'm going to make at least 2 or 3 flavors. And I take out my beautiful snow cone machine. And we're going to have snow cones. I am so excited about that. I love snow cone season. So coming back to the Pope, congratulations to the people who are Catholic. They picked a leader. I hope that he's a good man, as Francis was a good man. Because you know the Pope sways at least 1.4 billion votes all over the world. Not just in America. And this one's an American. Well, the other Pope was American too. He was South American. This one's Northern American, right? North American. Yeah, they picked one this morning. Thanks to everybody who texted me about it. Hi, Myra. Joe goes in. Thank you. Joe's doing the door really quiet. Yeah, Judy. Like I just said, the other Pope was American too. They like to cuss us and say we're not American because we're Central American. And he was South American. It's not only North America that matters, you know. And I'm not talking to Judy. I'm talking to the people who cuss us out saying we're not Americans. From Malaysia, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so his name is, I don't know his like original birth name, but his Pope name is Leo. I hope Leo, like the Leo that I was born in. Leo the 14th. Somebody help me with the numbers. I saw XIV. That's 14, right? I forget my Roman numerals. Still South American, huh? Are you really watching from India? Super psychedelics? So why were you not writing? So that's what's going on, right? So when they had that attack, when Shady Vance went to India, and they had that attack, that mass attack, and 24 people became unalive, it was a terroristic act by Pakistan. Is that what they're saying? I don't know if it's true. I heard that's what they're saying. And that's why India is attacking Pakistan for retaliation. That's what I heard. Brenda, correct me if I had that wrong. I'm like, God, that man go everywhere and start confusion. Hi, Africano. How you doing, babe? It posed, somebody told me if you don't name your live events, then YouTube, no, not name. If you don't pick a thumbnail, I didn't make a thumbnail yet. If you don't pick a thumbnail for your live events, YouTube will keep circling through the live video as it goes on and pick different pictures to try to attract people to come to the live. So afterwards is when I go make a thumbnail. But I did that mouth just now trying to pose that pouty thing. And like Renee Zellweger, she always looks like she's constantly pouting or pissed off. And that's what I was trying to do. So YouTube probably froze it at that spot to show people. Africana, how's it going? How are you? I hope our Chicago Pope lets DT we don't play. I hope so, because Chicago is a blue state. So I'm hoping that they said he's progressive and centrist in his views on social issues, but he's more conservative about the doctrines of the church. Whatever that means. Because the doctrines of the church is strict as hell. H-A-I-L. Hell. That's why I couldn't be a Catholic. I'm an Episcopalian or an Anglican, and not by birth. I'm a Methodist. I'm a Methodist after I was baptized when I was a baby. My mom felt the need to baptize her first 3 children as Methodist because my dad is a Methodist. And her mom before her was Episcopalian or Anglican, and she had to baptize all 10 of her kids in the Catholic Church because my grandpa, her husband, my grandma's husband, was Catholic. So my mom and them were baptized Catholics, but we weren't. We were baptized Methodists. And then the minute we could go to school, my mom put us in Anglican schools, not Methodist schools in Belize, right? And then I went to Catholic school for high school. And then I came to America, and that's where my mom had my baby brother. And she said, F this noise. We ain't going to do the Methodist thing no more. I have my voice now because I live in America. And I'm going to baptize my baby Anglican. And that's what happened to my brother. He got baptized Episcopalian. It's not so bad? Okay. Let me go put water, guys. So, I could never be Catholic. They tried to convince me to be, what's the other one? Evangelical. Can't do that either. The Mormons are trying to suck me in. Can't do that either. Child, I can't do church. Hey, Joshy. How the glasses working today? Good? Better?
Better. Still wonky, but you know.
So use it a couple hours and then switch out to the old one for like an hour to give your eyes a break. And just keep doing it off and on like that.
Yeah.
You'll get used to it.
Oh, it'll click. Where's Miss Thing?
I think outside with Daddy. Daddy just went outside. I made a salad. I bought that in case you run out. You gonna make more? I bought garlic powder.
Oh, okay, cool.
I have garlic powder and onion powder.
Oh, okay, I can do it. I'm alright.
You got everything you need.
Yeah, pretty much. We'll put these in the trash bin.
I put them on the floor, in the laundry room on the floor.
Okay.
In the back. I thought for Saturday.
Yeah, I assume so.
So come here so you could do your thing.
No, I'll just do it off to the side. You're good.
That's why I'm moving that stuff. Let me move this out the way, guys, so Joshua can make his dressing. His dressing. You want to make a double dose? And I set some aside. Josh?
Huh?
You want to do a double dose and I set some aside for Jada? In a different bin?
Sure.
So you can keep track of your own? Let me join you with some water. You want to come on the live? Laps Catholic grade school till 4th. Okay, thanks for reminding me. Water. Yeah, it's hot today, Judy, right? It's hot today, so we could drink our water. This is my second batch. One, if you can hear me, that was another phone call coming through. Yeah. Like if I call people and they say, give me a second, and I wait 5 minutes and I'm going live, I'm going live. Just got home, work since 2 p.m. Wow. What time is it now? It's 3? From when? From when did you start working? Also my age this month. It's 79 out here in Fontana, Judy. It's 79. You need anything from over here by me? Nothing so far? Salt?
Pepper.
Salt and pepper. And then you got your lemon?
Over there.
Some lemon in the tin back too.
Yeah. Probably don't grab that. I don't think I have enough for 2 batches with that though.
You're not getting any pellicles, right? You just don't trust it?
I don't trust. When you get to the end, I don't trust.
Okay. I'm gonna drink mines. The half of mines, huh?
Oh, I need the little measuring cup for the measuring stuff.
What do you mean measuring stuff? Spoon?
Teaspoons and the thing for the 6.
We're good?
I think I need one more small one for the salt and pepper, right?
That's a teaspoon. You do half?
I think I need. Was it 1/2? Was it 1/2? Or was it the whole
You
thing?
don't just throw shit in there. I don't measure no more.
I stick to the recipe.
I don't measure no more. It's chilly and windy in Chicago. My cousin Effie told me that it was windy yesterday in LA, but it wasn't windy for us, which is weird because it's usually windy here, right, Josh?
Yeah.
72, Judy. Girl, that's still young. I used to say that was old when I was in my 20s, but now that I'm in my 50s, going to pretty close to 60, girl, 72 is young. Because I look at Joe. Joe's going to be 68, and Joe act younger than me. So, the hell? Mm-hmm. Your hometown is chilly. I saw that in Germany, they picked that guy Merz for chancellor or whatever. And I guess that's their leader, right? He's gonna go talk to the Democratic Christians to join him because I guess the chancellors, they're more moderate, but not too far to the left. But the other people who came in second is far to the right. So they're gonna try to make a coalition to oust them out. I'm like, come on, do it. Ah. You gonna take a change of clothes?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so then I saw Andy Bassano Brewer or whatever. He's on Facebook, and he said, cause he's a psychic, and he said that he got a hit that
Wait,
there's one in there still. That Leon, you might still have to open that so to
Lost
see.
a sock.
You lost the sock? What do you look like?
It's a white one with ridging around it. I think that,
It's not in my clothes.
I don't know.
Check my clothes. Throw it on the bed.
You have a small, quiet thief that goes around your room.
No, she may have got it over, yeah. And he said that he got a psychic hit that Leon Musk is the reincarnation. That's if you believe in, I don't know, sometimes I believe in reincarnations and sometimes I don't. So he said he's the reincarnation of Joseph Smith from the Mormon religion. And when I look, he kind of look like him. They said a man have at least 100 kids.
I might do a burger.
Elon Musk. Huh?
I might do a
You
burger.
know, I had burgers, I think, twice this week.
Yeah.
Or on the weekend, I went to say, I'll do that beef that he has. I can only eat a little bit anyway, so.
I've had it for 2 days in a row. I think I'm beefed out for a minute.
You beefed out?
Do you have any fries or just?
I didn't buy none.
No, I bought.
I didn't buy none. You have a potato boil, I think.
Oh yeah.
Check that one.
Yeah,
Is that enough?
Yeah, just for me.
Yeah? Uh-huh. Hi, Kathy. This is from my friend Carla, the fabric. And it was a little bit of fabric for me to do this. I might have done something else with it too. Maybe a skirt that I don't remember because I don't have it. So see how the men, they're little men, right? The little men are going the right direction on the front. Look on the back. That's why I know that's the back. The men are going sideways. Because of the pattern and the way I had to cut the cloth, you got to do what you got to do. So I like it. When I put it on today, I felt happy because I was having a bad day. And I put it on, I'm like, oh, this looks nice. It looks pretty on my skin color. This is a nice one. And I wore this one. Christine, my darling, thank you for coming and whopping them people in the face with the ranch. Don't forget to like this live, guys. YouTube wants me to go live at least once a week. Then they want me to take a snippet of the live and make it into a short. So let's do something fun to make it into a short. What can we do to make it into a short? Because I don't want to take none of this. I don't even like my lives, and then for me to have to turn it into a short, right?
I'll go get Evie.
Huh?
I'll go get Evie.
Go get Evie. Let Evie do something cute. Yeah. Well, this part we're gonna make into a live. Let's talk about the Pope. Pope Leo the 14th. And when they open, you know what I like? You know what I like about when they announce, all the pomp and circumstance and stuff? They come out and they fight with that big red curtain like they're in the theater, right? 2 of them are fighting with that curtain, the cardinals, and then they come out on the thing, that old man that reads the thing. I call him the town crier. And they hold the book for him, and then they hold the mic. Like, he can't hold nothing. What the hell? And he's like, blah, 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 in their language. I don't know if it's Italian or Latin that he spoke. And then he says, Habemus Papam.
Yeah, big satchel.
And I was like, oh my God. I remember when they did that for Francis. So it's like, oh my God, we have a Pope. So, yeah, that was, and then all the cardinals go on the other porches or verandas or balconies or whatever those are called. The lanais, they all go to the other one. And then they open up their little curtains over there. And then they all come out and they're all green. I'm like, okay, that was cute. That was cute. Judy, my daughter is a new teacher. Found out yesterday. Yes. Judy, we know how that feels because Jory got his credentials last year, May. And then he got his master's in August. And he applied for jobs, at least 8 jobs. And got turned on for everyone till he went to a job fair in the city of San Bernardino and he got hired. You change your shirt again?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I was fooling myself just now. You gonna take like a charger with you?
Yeah.
Huh? I'm talking about the portable thing.
No, I don't need it. I'll just charge my phone at work.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Crazy Grandma is my friend Brenda. You can call her Brenda. New teacher. That's what we need, new teachers, because these teachers, oh child, these teachers nowadays, oh. So what is your daughter going to teach? Does she have like a multi-subject credential or a single subject credential? Is she going to teach high school, middle school, elementary school, college? What is she going to teach? She has a min interview. Please pray for her. She needs this job. Okay. Okay, she's going to get it because it's Grandma's birthday.
All right, Evie, pick one. Pick one, Evie.
It's like, whoa. Yeah, they get
She's
stuck.
trying to pick up all of them.
They get stuck in there for some reason. It's annoying. Whatever.
She pick up one and spit it out. I guess that one didn't taste right. What dessert do you guys want for the barbecue? I'm not asking you nothing, Joshua. What dessert do you want for the barbecue, Jada?
Cheesecake.
That's a hard one.
I have milk. I have cheese. I'm thinking. I have lemon.
You got Oreos?
I don't have cookies. Can somebody buy cookies? Then I can do cheesecake. Buy the Oreos. Yellowhead is expected. Judy, I want to keep this live up, so I have to be careful what I say because YouTube is watching. But we'll do another live later, and we'll talk conspiracy theories, we'll talk trash, and then we'll delete it. This one, I have to watch what I say because they're watching me. I always feel like somebody's watching me. They're watching me. What I'm saying. No cussing in this one. I was good. African. Brenda, I was good, right? I didn't cuss. I was no cussing in this one. They watching. I have to go live once a week. Preschoolers. Damn, she's strong. Preschoolers.
Welcome to the jungle.
The preschoolers are okay or no? It's the parents. Ooh, it's the parents. Child. Jory had some good kindergartners when he did his student teaching thing. He said the parents are horrid. Jada, that girl at Food for Less said she was in a car wreck. Sharon. And she said that Derek was in a car wreck. A truck hit him.
Derek?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
From Food for Less.
Crap.
Oh, he cussed. Africana, it wasn't me who cussed. It was Joshua.
Well, I left there.
She said he's recovering and should be back soon, but he's been recovering for a while. A truck hit him.
Jeez.
The girl said she hit a car, but the car ran the stop sign. And she couldn't stop.
Oh, yeah.
Brenda said I'm good. I didn't cuss. I'm being a little angel on this live. How long we been here? 44 minutes. We're good. After we eat lunch and everything, we're going to come back later, like around 4 o'clock California time, and we're going to talk conspiracy theory. I might do it through StreamYard from the little office or something. We're going to talk all types of ish, because I always come up with these theories, but I can't leave the live up. So if you want to watch that live, you better come when it's live. We're going to talk our trash. We have to be angels. It's hard. It's hard, Africano. There's an angel sitting here and a devil sitting here, and the devil telling me to do things.
It was back in the day, YouTube. You could do whatever you want.
I know. YouTube back in the day didn't care.
Nope. Wild Wild West.
I saw a girl on TikTok cook crabs in the air fryer and they were alive and the crabs were crying. I was like, oh. And they go, what's the difference with boiling them alive? I don't do that. I go buy them frozen.
More fresher to boil.
God is watching. But they say he sit at high, but he look at low.
From a distance.
And from a distance, oh my God, I remember you remember that redhead lady that used to let us go to her house and she had the pool when we used to go to Father Keith's church?
Vaguely.
Right? You were little, so that lady was like strict. But she had gone through things in her life. To where basically she was a hoe before she became a Christian. So she became overly...
The normal? Overcorrecting?
Yeah, overcorrecting. And she did not like... who did she didn't like? She didn't like, I think, Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone.
Why?
Because he was too cheeky.
That's such a family movie.
That's American kids. They're always cheeky.
Oh, well, his family were freaking goals to him when you really watch it back.
She didn't like that song From a Distance by Bette Midler.
Why?
Because she says God doesn't watch you from a distance. He's with you and he's in you. And I was like, oh, just shut up. It's a beautiful song, right?
I kind of like the Spy Kids theory. It's like, you think God stays in heaven because he's afraid of what he's created down here on earth? Those Spy Kids got deep.
But get them in the freezer so they go to sleep. I buy them frozen from Costco. I ain't buy no live crab. Only time I eat live crab is in Belize. Them crabs were crying. I was like, I'm not going to eat no more crab no more. They cried. They don't have tears, but they were like,
That's just gas leaving their shell.
Gas leaving their shell, my backside.
They're fine.
It's not on TikTok and I have some videos I want to do, but I have to watch my manners because he's a pastor. Oh my God, Brenda. That's why I don't make tight friends with Christians no more, because I want to make the videos I want to make. And they're going to condemn me because I'm fascinated with card readers.
Yeah,
the hell?
I need tablespoon.
Tablespoon or what?
Oh, there it is. Oh.
Tablespoon?
Garlic, so it produces.
Tablespoon?
Teaspoon.
Teaspoon.
So 2 of these?
This is teaspoon.
Yeah, I need tablespoon. This is 1/2 tablespoon.
Teaspoon.
Teaspoon. Yes.
Tablespoon is big. How much you need?
1.
1 teaspoon?
Yes.
So use that. That's a teaspoon.
No, I need it.
Huh? You need 1.5?
No, you're... God
Let's
damn it.
see.
I'm confusing myself.
Wait. Garlic? 4 teaspoons.
Yeah, okay.
For each thing. So 4 of that.
Confusing myself. Alright.
No, Judy. The Bible says the righteous can judge. And we are the righteousness of God in Christ if we believe. Right? If we believe that Christ came, that he died for our sins, and that he will come again, that makes us the righteousness of God in Christ, and the righteous can judge. We judge all the time. We don't condemn. You're not supposed to condemn, but you're supposed to judge. That's how you discern a good person from a bad person.
That's how you don't get robbed. You know?
That's how you protect yourself. You see somebody come with a hoodie. I don't care if it's a baby with a hoodie. I'm going to grab my purse tighter.
Keep your guard up.
I don't like hoodies, and I have a hoodie. But I make sure I don't wear the hat part too much.
Oh, I'm looking for something.
Grab my purse. Grab my purse. If I look out there and I see somebody look like they crazy, like you did, they take off their shirt, they start ripping, and they say, God damn it! Or they come up into the job and they go, what they like to holler? Oh, hell no! On the job, run. You don't judge that person, run.
It sucks how people are like, oh, you can't. No, that's why we have judging to stay alive.
Yep. The righteous can judge. We're not supposed to condemn though, but we're supposed to judge. We're supposed to convict, but not condemn.
I need half a cup.
Half a cup?
Yeah.
For the what?
The oil.
You still put the oil?
Yeah.
I didn't put the oil no more.
What do you
Because the lemon juice is liquidy enough that I just put the cheese to fatten it up. You ever tried that?
No.
I be changing the recipes and don't tell you. The mandolin dude, Bobby. Rob, the $10 dude. He won't give me only $10. Rob, what a $10 man do?
What?
The guy, long time ago, I was out there on the park bench doing a live, and this guy came in and said that I was so beautiful that he wished he was sitting in the window playing the mandolin. Okay. And at first, Rob didn't know what the mandolin was because you have the mandolin slicers and stuff. Yeah. I'm like, it's kind of like a guitar. So Rob never forgot that, and he's like, "Where the mandolin dude? I'll judge him." And he only wanted to give $10 super chat or whatever. Like, you think I'm cheap or something? I don't come cheap.
The only reason I know what a mandolin is because video games.
Was it me that lagged? Probably. Right, Judy? I learned that too when I was young. Judge not, lest ye be judged. And then I studied under this great prophetess lady. And she said, Barbara, get rid of that shit. The righteous can judge. Oh, I'm not supposed to curse. The righteous can judge because that's how you discern a good person from a bad person, a right situation from a wrong situation.
That's how you protect yourself. If you see shady guys in the alley, don't go down that alley.
Okay, just let me tell you a little story. One day, Joe and I were coming home from, I think from the shop no, we went to Walmart. And the kids knew that we went to Walmart. On the way back on one of these deserted streets, because over there in Bloomington, it's a lot of unincorporated area, right? We stopped by a nursery to buy plants. And so when we got out the car, we parked on the street in the dirt, and we started to enter the long driveway. And we're like, hello, 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 like that, right? And nobody's hearing us. And we see a big truck parked, blocking their view of us. And there were a lot of men back there, like loading the truck or unloading the truck. We didn't see what was in the truck. I looked back and I realized that street is all the way there. They're all the way there. And what if it was drugs? No, I don't know that it was drugs, right? I judged them right away, right, Josh? Mm-hmm. Why they have the truck blocking the whole entrance? And I said, well, what if it's drugs? And then we come up there and we see this. Because there was a lot of them.
Or maybe they're nice and gives us drugs.
We could sell it for money.
And we see this, and now we're eyewitnesses. And they just put a gun to our heads and say, get in the basement. I don't even know if the house have a basement, but I'm showing you how I'm judging.
I'd rather take the...
I'm judging. And my picnic, they don't know where I'm at. They have the tracking on the phone, or what if they take away the phone?
Yeah,
I stopped, I had that feeling, and I listened to the Holy Ghost, child. Ooh, I listened. I stopped, dead in my tracks. And Joe said what? I said, let's go. I ran back to my damn car. Ooh, I was so afraid. Mm-hmm. He gave us super chat. We took his money. We took his money, B.
These lemons look so fake.
But he wasn't going to come in my window. Come to my window. Yeah, so that's just an example of how we judge them people. They're probably innocent.
Probably.
They're probably unloading stuff that their plants or whatever that they have. But what if it was weed? I was like, oh. And then it's legal to have a weed place, but you have to have permit.
Well, back then I don't think you could, right?
It wasn't way back then.
Oh,
It was
okay.
the other day, like 2 years ago.
Okay, yeah. Back then, okay.
We went to
I
Walmart.
thought it was way back when.
You judge the shirt off the shoulder dude as well. Yeah, so that girl taught me that. And the girl says, another thing that people get wrong is when they say, what's the next one about God? There's another one that she says people get it wrong when it says, shoot, the judging part, only God can judge me. That part's wrong. There's another one that she says, when it says, it's that same thing what we're saying about how God looks from heaven or whatever. Joe, help me with that next phrase that people like to say about God when they say, you know how Lisa taught us about how we can judge because the righteous can judge. What's the other one that they like to say that when God sits from heaven and watches, but she says it's not true or something like that? I can't remember that phrase. It's like right there at the...
Oh, they got a lot of juice in them. Better be that big.
God does things in mysterious ways.
There you go.
God, I couldn't think of that.
I would not have done that either.
People say God does things in mysterious ways. And she says, no. God doesn't do anything before telling you. You got to listen to the Holy Ghost telling you. And before telling his prophets and his prophetesses. He tells somebody every time. Remember when he sent Jonah to Nineveh to warn them people? He sent Jonah the prophet. Go tell them people I'm going to destroy them. They too evil. He always warns. stop this foolishness, I'm going to shut it down. He warns. So they say God does nothing in mysterious ways. His ways are above our ways. And some of the things he does is a mystery to us because we can't comprehend, all the things he has, in store for us. But he doesn't do anything in mysterious ways because he tells you first. A little voice told me, don't go down that dark alley at night. It's no little voice. It's the Holy Ghost. Okay, so when you are live like this, can you have someone on the side in a little box like on the other apps? I think you can, but I think you have to set it up before you start the live because I saw a button that said go live with someone. And I turned it on and I quickly turned it off because nobody said they were going to go live with me. So I think you can. But you have to set it up before. Yeah, that girl used to teach us some stuff, man. Used to teach, and you know that one that says, if you being evil know how to give good gifts to your kids, what make you think me, God in heaven, don't want to give you good gifts? That wasn't meant for us, the Protestants. It was meant for the Jewish people. A lot of them scriptures weren't for us. It was for God's people. The people that were born into it, not us that are adopted into it. We are the huos and the teknon of God. Sons and daughters of God. One of them are the huos and one of them are the teknon. I don't remember which one is which. That girl used to teach us some stuff. The other one would say, if you ask for an egg, will I give you a serpent? That's enough for we. That have nothing to do with we. That's for the Jewish people. Just saying. Child, you guys gonna get me in trouble. We shouldn't have been talking this damn religion up in here.
Religion and politics, man.
I refrain from politics when I'm talking religion. When I hear wrong doctrine in any church, I start to have a seizure. Like, then they say, God is in control. No, he's not. No, he's not. If God was in control, he would have been done shut down the orange man. No, he not. He gave all of us free will, and he's not a man that he should lie, or the son of man that he should repent, and he will never take away our free will. These people voted that man in, and the rest of them, they cheated. Elon Musk cheated. Did something with the machines. They keep telling us, that the card readers were telling us, no, they telling us.
Leave this one up.
Huh?
I thought you were going to leave this one up.
I'm going to leave this one up. I could form a church. Jory tell me that thing all the time. I'm not shady enough to form a church.
Yeah, stupid conscience.
Thank you, BC. Big have the gift of discernment. Mm-hmm. I could, Brenda said, you could maybe make money on that. I know I could, but I can't be a charlatan. You're going to, and they blow on you.
Everyone seems to be a charlatan nowadays. Are there carrots in there? Oh, you
Carrots?
in there.
Yeah,
Cool.
on that side.
It's still cold. Yeah, a little cold.
Joshua, you're finicky.
Man.
Where's Jada's batch? There?
They're the same thing. Pick a poison, I guess.
I'll put hers in this. So she knows this is hers. You hungry? Go eat. Nobody stop you.
Hungry belly, talk to hungry.
Huh? Hungry belly talk to hungry head? Huh? Rebel music? Mm-hmm.
Needs a little bit more Dijon.
Judy said I'm too honest to start a church. I'm telling you, in order to... I understand that the churches need money to run, right?
Yeah.
But why the pastor have to have a Bugatti?
Why you gotta have gator shoes? And why is his wife gotta have red bottoms?
And no red bottom, the next one.
Whatever.
Jimmy Choo.
I don't know.
Jimmy Choo shoes. Joe, what are the vehicle? Give me the vehicle what the pastor got.
What's he like?
Bentley and the Jeep. What are the Jeep? Mercedes-Benz? Mercedes-Benz Jeep. Bentley. Mercedes-Benz car. 3 vehicles. Jimmy Choo shoes. And they trade in the wife car because the car have 164,000 miles, but she put on it. I bought my car with 164,000 miles.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. See, I would just need enough money to live. Huh? You good? Vinegar? Not vinegar. Lemon?
No, I put the right amount of lemon. I've never had to put more lemon.
And I can't help you taste it because it's going to numb in my tongue.
Yeah.
Make sure you taste it.
I'm talking about mine. Come on.
It's like, girl, yeah. So when I went to the church and they had me teach like a morning, I think it was early morning, sermonette, I guess. I don't know what the thing called. And I talked about God not being in control, and everybody was like, oh. They didn't think that I was blaspheming. The people were, their eyes were open, and they're like, oh my God, that's true. We have free will. The only time God is ever in control is when you give him control over your situation. That's what I have to do. Give him control over this dental situation. So somebody got back and tell the pastor wife, ooh,
You might be right.
ooh, I was accused of blaspheming.
Blasphemer.
I said, no, but it's true. How can he be in control if he say you have free will? If you live somewhere, if you live in somebody's house and they say you have free will to do whatever you want, then that person's not controlling you, right? I said a new Mercedes and I want me to No, what they're doing, they have a house that for a boy's home or a girl's home or something like that. Was it lemon?
It wasn't the
lemon. And then they said that they wanted to pay off the mortgage on the house. The mortgage was, Joe, you remember how much the mortgage was? How much was the mortgage on the house?
What house?
The boy's home or the girl's home? It wasn't 300,000, right?
Is that what, like 200,000?
200,000, right?
Screw the house. What about the God's house?
And then every Sunday, they said bring up your tithes and your offering, because your tithe is 10%, your offering is above the 10%, your alms is some other percent. They didn't know about the Teruma. They don't know about the Teruma at that church, but the Teruma is 3% that you give to the man of God who prophesies into your life.
That's too much.
Right? It's a lot. It's a lot. And so the people go and they carry it in 10%. And they're like, nah, you have your, they call it an assessment. You have your assessment that you have to pay towards this mortgage, because we have to pay off this mortgage so that we could free up money that we can build this big mega church that we're going to build with a steeple above the freeway so people could pass by and see we pray in there for the people. And 50,000, how much seat, Joe? 5,000? 5,000 seat sanctuary, yada yada yada.
Bro,
and then we are better together, and the teamwork make the dream work. Oh, they have all the things. They have all the things they say.
While his wife were adorned and overpriced crap.
Yeah, and so then the people were giving, and as far as I know, they said they meet the goal. Me never give none. I used to give 10% to the different churches I belong to, but I stopped that long time. I started to give my mother 10%. Thank God I did.
Give it to people who can use it. Exactly.
Gave my mom, she went to Belize and she threw a party for the little kids and threw a party for the old people.
Yep.
That's what she did with my 10%.
Yeah, she did something instead of buying overpriced shoes for an idiot.
So anyways,
I focus on shoes because that's what I remember vividly.
I haven't watched these people since 2016 because I stopped going there Christmas Day 2016 because that's when that fool take over or whatever, and the pastor started to kiss for him behind. You know who I talk about. And so I stopped going, but I turned it on this week and it popped up in my feed in YouTube. They have a YouTube channel now, the church. So it popped up in my feed. I said, oh, they got a YouTube channel. They used to just run it from their website, right? So they only have 2,000 subscribers and about 18 people come into the live.
The church was never really full, so you know.
And plus, they don't know how to do social media.
Yeah.
If he looked at the camera and he talked to the viewers and say, I'm doing this prayer for you, then people would open their pocket and give. But he look at the camera but don't talk to the social media audience. So anyways, I look behind the man and he had up the poster again with the same house again to raise money for this house. I said, but wait, Joe, didn't they say they would have the money for the house?
I'm sorry, they need to start taxing the churches. That's a scam.
So I asked the elder in the church, the one that's friendly with me still, and I said, didn't they pay off for the church? And he goes, oh, I don't know, Sister Barbara. And I was in the last mass. Oh my God. I never went to the 8 o'clock service because I thought Papa people show off their clothes. It's a business though, Mara, it's a business now. It used to be good.
A taxless business, which is some BS.
The church we belonged to over here when the kids were little, that priest was a gem.
He was the only one I believed it.
Yeah, he was a gem. He lived all the way in Whittier. He was in his 80s. And when I had Jada, he drove from Whittier to come right away to bless this baby and protect me because there was an incident that happened when I had Jada where somebody came and took her from the room when I went to go use the bathroom, and it was one of the workers, one of the nurses there. But they told us when we went for the meeting at Kaiser that they were never supposed to transport your baby without the bassinet. They're not supposed to pick up the baby and walk on, no way. So the bassinet was there. The baby, I went to the bathroom when the baby was crying because I wanted to hear if somebody stole her. If she was quiet, I wouldn't know. And she stopped crying instantly, so I ran out the bathroom. Didn't see my baby. The nurse had her back like that to me, and you could see her arm like this, like she was holding something. And I'm like, nurse, somebody took my baby. And she turned around. I could see that it was Jada, and I was hysterical. And so I called for Joe, and one of the candy stripers was an older lady from the church, and she came and she goes, calm down, Barbara, calm down. She's such a friggin' Karen. And she goes, I know her. She was not going to do anything to her. I said, I don't know her.
Exactly. I don't know. And I don't know you all that well.
And so then the priest arrived, and Marina, go away. Go away. Don't you see? You know, she just gave birth. This lady broke the rule. Go away. So he sat with me and waited for Joe to come. So then later on, no, before that, this is like day 2. So day 1, because I came home on this latter part of day 2. They came in and they said, I'm going to give you the wrong blood types, okay? Because I don't want you guys to know our blood types. So they came in and they said that Jada was, let's say, A negative, right? No, A positive. Let's say A positive. It's a positive. Because I could tell you the RH factor. I'm negative and the kids are all positive and Joe's positive. But we have 2 different blood types. Joshua has my blood type, but Daddy's positive, right? So Jada and Jory has Joe's blood type. And so they came in and they said that the baby is A positive, right? And I said, but that can't be because I'm an O. I can tell you what I am. I'm an O and Joe's an A. And how is this possible? And the nurse says, well, you know, stuff happens. I said, not with me. No, because Joe's mom had told him that he was friggin' O positive all his life. Because most Belizeans are O positive. Most Caribbean people are O positive, okay? So they said, well, let's do a test. So they pulled blood from Joe, pulled blood from, that time they pulled it from Jada's arm, not from her heel or whatever. And they tested her, and lo and behold, Jada came back with Joe blood. I said, what the F? What did your mama tell you? The mama said, well, me don't know. I just know everybody said O positive. I'm a universal donor. I'm O negative. I'm also CMV negative.
Hero blood.
That means I've never caught the cytomegalovirus, so I can give to young babies and kidney dialysis patients and people who have had organ transplants. My blood is very much in need, and I've tried to go give, but the blood just won't come. Every time there was a baby sick in the church, they sent for me. Well, she's the one that has the baby blood. Go get her. Go get her. The baby blood.
That sounds so dark. She's got the baby blood.
In the town where you live in Albi? It was scary. They stole my baby. And the baby was crying, so I had to calm her down. I said, you don't carry my baby without the bassinet? What the hell? What the hell? After that, I tell Joe, don't leave. Stay here. Help me stay on guard till they release me.
I've seen enough movies where the hospital does that.
Yeah. Don't leave. Don't leave. First of all, then you get a baby the wrong blood type. The blood type was correct. But Joe mama tell him lies.
Joe mama.
And so when they came in and I sent away to ask the hospitals what blood type the boys had, because we didn't know you could just go take a blood test, right? And that's when we found out Josh was like me, but the positive, and the other kids are like Joe. Mm-hmm. My Uncle Les was a universal receiver. He was AB positive. And they say that's rare too. That looks good, Josh. Look at Josh's salad.
That does not look good.
He doesn't eat. You don't eat the peppers? You don't like the peppers?
I don't like it.
All right. You guys. Ya me voy pa otra tierra. Tú te quieres. Something, I forgot the next one. Come, baby. Boo. Stop acting like you're crazy, because I don't deal very well with crazies. Jose Luis Marcantonio.
Yeah, pants just has paint
Look
all
at, I
over
want
it.
to show that, but that's how I come. Brenda, I want you to see the pants. Come here, babe. How come she not banging down the door?
I don't know.
Look on his pants. This is what the man they walk home in all day.
I'm working in the yard.
He didn't start working in the yard yet. We went and did all kind of errands. He have a whole paint. How the paint get on you? Lean against on the window with the paint? Evie? Evie, baby. In 1 week is Evie's surgery. I need for you guys to start praying. We need for these doctors to have precise hands
Oh, there you go.
so our baby can come through that surgery, okay?
Can't
She's
do
going to
that.
get spayed.
Can't do that after surgery.
Africano say hi, Joe. Africano say hi.
Let's go with avocado.
Listen to Dong there.
You're going ham down.
One of the thing is, the croutons fell to the floor and Joe grabbed some. And the baby over there, crunch, 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 crunch. Baby,
Yeah, big
wait,
shit.
get off of my food.
Look how big she's
This is the part we're going to cut for another short.
Yeah, wait.
Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Woo, hi.
Look at those pretty eyes. Look at them big teeth, Grandma. I don't like her coming in my room and barking for me to wake up in the morning. She was, and then she jumped on my damn bed.
Oh, she's so warm. Oh,
Scrape me,
caught
she-
my pants. Caught my pants.
She's pretty, right? She's a sweet, she's definitely a blue healer though. Damn, blue healer and lab.
Through and through.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go eat. Let Joe come in here. Let Jada get what she needs for work, and I'll probably do a live later. We'll talk our conspiracy theory. Remember, it's not gonna stay up. We're just gonna talk our ish and take it down. All right? YouTube now, watch that one. Then watch this one.
You Bluey live?
Bye. Hi, Sandra, darling. Hi. All right, guys. Bye. I'll see you in around 4 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock East Coast time. Bye.
What about mountain time? Mountain time!